Hello everyone, I'm doing my demonstration speech on a oil change. First step you'd normally take is to warm up your car for about 5 minutes to get the oil hot and sink to the oil pan, but this car is not running, so we're going to skip that step. There's a few things that you're going to need to know the location of. Oil fill cap, where you put in your oil. You're going to need to remove this during the process. Keep that up here. You're going to want to remove your dipstick. Which we can do now. And you're also going to want to know the location of your oil filter and the location of your oil drain plug, so you can get the oil out. You're going to need a few tools for sure. If your car isn't tall enough, you'll need a car jack and jack stands for safety. Also, speaking about safety, you're going to want gloves, because if you get this stuff on you, it can stick for a while, get you dirty, but also it can cause cancer if you keep it on your skin and don't clean it off. Also, safety glasses is very important part of this. You're going to also need an oil pan, which we've already got underneath the car. A few disposables are, you're going to need an oil filter, you're going to need oil itself, and you're also going to need the washer for the drain plug, which we have here. Tools for this, you might need an oil filter wrench to get the oil filter off. Most of them are seized on there, so taking it off you'll need this, but normally hand tight is pretty good. Otherwise, if you can't get it very hand tight, you should use one of these when installing. You just shouldn't go crazy tight for the next person that's taking it off. You're going to need a socket wrench to take off the drain plug. And to tighten the drain plug, I recommend getting a torque wrench just to tighten it down to the foot-pound range. It normally goes from 14 to about 22 foot-pounds. And yeah, I recommend definitely a headlamp. It's a good idea just to see where you're working, see if anything's dirty too. Funnel is pretty important, and I would definitely recommend having a few rags around just in case you get some things dirty. And yeah, let's hop into it. So first we're going to remove the drain plug, get the oil out of the car. So drain plug location is right here for me. Make sure you get to the engine oil pan and not the transmission. Break that loose, adjust your oil pan. Okay, we're gonna let that drain for a little bit, and while we do that, we can locate the oil filter, which is further up here. You guys sadly won't be able to see it, but you're gonna remove that. Oil filter comes off. Drain that in your pan. Set it down like this. Now what you're gonna want to do is grab your new filter and your new washer for this, and probably a few rags too, just to be sure. Alright, now that it's been draining for a little bit, I'm gonna clean off the drain bolt. I use coffee filters because it absorbs a little bit more of the oil than a normal rag would, and it doesn't leave behind residue. Get our new crush washer or washer. We have a washer assortment set. Obviously we get to decide which one we want. We'll do whichever one fits best. Always refer to your manufacturer's guidelines. Most of the time it is in the user manual. If not, you can refer to forums online, looking up your specific year, make, and model. You'll normally be able to find more information. 17. Alright, so that's 17 foot-pounds. That is tightened down. One more time, I'm gonna clean up the area. But now around where the filter is, just to give myself the best shot possible of creating a good seal. This one, some of them you have to fill up before putting it in. This one you do not. So I'm going to get a little bit of my oil. Just dip my finger in it. And put a nice little seal on the rubber. That will help create a better seal for your oil filter. Now we're gonna apply that righty-tighty. Alright, now that that's tight, one more time, keep your workstation a little clean down. This is gonna make it easier to see if there's a leak anywhere, just in case something isn't tightened down enough, whether it's your oil filter or your drain plug. Now that we got the oil filter and the drain plug installed, we can add our oil to the car and complete this oil change. We have the dipstick removed and we have the fill cap removed. Dipstick is clean, so now we can get an accurate reading. Into your fill. Get ready to pour. Add your dipstick. And we're going to measure about 3.5 quarts. Each car has a specified amount in the user's manual. If it doesn't say there, again, go to your forums, but it should say in your user manual or a maintenance manual, or you can talk to your dealership. And then check your dipstick twice. It looked about good. I'm going to check one more time. Yeah, so we're only on the tip. That's why you want to check twice, because most of the time you'll get a little bit of residual on the actual tube. That's perfect. Right up to the filled line. And that is how you're going to do an oil change. You're going to replace your filler cap, replace your dipstick. Replace that. Replace your dipstick. Go ahead and start your car. Let it warm up for a little bit. Your oil level will drop a little bit as your oil filter takes in oil and starts cleaning it, so make sure to carry a little bit of extra oil with you. It will naturally go down, but make sure to also check for leaks and keep your car parked for a certain amount of time and check for leaks underneath the car. And yeah, that's how you guys complete an oil change. Have a good one.